Welcome to Nagaland TV. I am Yashira and you're watching Nltv News Now. First headlines. The 14 tribal Hohos of Nagaland had an emergency meeting on 16th October at Commissioner Guest House, Kohima, and anonymously resolved to reaffirm all its previous stands in matter of Naga solution. India Arunachal to strengthen overall military preparedness to deal with any Chinese misadventure. India has significantly cranked up its day and night surveillance at the line of actual control in the Arunachal Pradesh sector on Sunday. The United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization Atlas of the World's Language in Danger shows 2,464 endangered and Tenidai is also in the list. Fuel prices have seen an upsurge for the fourth consecutive day now, with diesel prices almost making a century in 3 districts of Nagaland as October 17th. Now the news in detail. The 14 tribal Hohos of Nagaland had an emergency meeting on 16th October at Commissioner Guest House, Kohima, and anonymously resolved to reaffirm all its previous stands in matter of Naga solution. On behalf of Naga Hohos, press release was given by KT Vili, convener, and Laji Luyamba, secretary. Tribal Hohos of Nagaland urges all negotiating entities in the Naga political talks to wrap up the process of signing an agreement without further delay. They also reaffirmed that the tribal Hohos would stand united for the larger interest of the Nagas for early solution and appealed to all the negotiating parties that any part of agreement that is to be implemented in Nagaland should be made it known to tribal Hohos of Nagaland before the final solution is signed. They further stated anything that is for the Nagas of Nagaland will be determined by the tribal Hohos of Nagaland. Fuel prices have seen an upsurge for the 4th consecutive day now, with diesel prices almost making a century in 3 districts of Nagaland as of October 17th. A litre of diesel is selling for Rs 99.73 in Twinsang, Rs 99.70 in Kifere and Rs 99.65 in Noklak. Petrol, on the other hand, is soaring at a high with Rs 107.64 in Twinsang, Kifere at 107.56 and Noklak at 107.43 as per the Union Ministry of Petroleum and Gas, while the retail prices are fixed by oil marketing companies. Many factors also determine the final retail prices, including central and state taxes, including cess, dealers' commission and freight charges, and as a result, price differs across states or regions. The differences across prices in Nagaland can also be attributed to these factors. All Nagaland College Students Union on Saturday held a press conference announcing that the union is set to host its 20th biennial general conference from October 22 to 23 at Kohima Science College Autonomous Jotsoma under the theme Heralding Tomorrow. ANSU President Vime Yekovitso said that around 300 students from 40 colleges are expected to camp for the 2-day event. Nagaland College Principal Association NCPA will grace the introductory session on October 22, and Minister of Higher Education and Tribal Affairs Temjan Imna Along will grace the inaugural session as the main speaker on October 23. ANSU President Vime Yekovitso stated that all proceedings of the conference will be conducted in compliance with the standard operating procedures directed by the state government, and the conference will conclude with the election of a new team of office bearers. On the 23rd of July 2019, a new fire station called West Fire Station was established by Dimapur by the Fire Department. The station is located in Dimapur Stadium and covers major colonies and villages of Dimapur. It is a very positive initiative taken by the department. However, it has come to light that many of the Dimapur citizens are unaware of this fire station. It is still unknown to a lot of people because it is still new as per our reports. Majorly, people are not aware of the department's emergency number, and as such, it has been urged to the people of Dimapur to familiarize with this fire station in case of emergency situations.
Aji amya neta ina sagadu idu fire station da ina se etala west fire station kune nutun khuli ina se iman sal honai dorna itula olop details khan ula mya nete commander shop ekta ina se talo ekta duta khata kulubo to sir SN form apni bra itu kicha khulisi ki ase to olop amenge janai leba.
Okay sir, thank you. My S nyamnyai form aji ngai commander ase dora itu amahan laga fire station khola tu 23 July 1991. No, sorry. 2019 de aman inga kuligina jadi amakan suru kuligina ase dora aman aro itu station tu noton ase dora especially public kan amakan laga noton station huwa bra public kan bra amakan laga number tu na jane itu bra amakan ke ita purona itu noton itu kiba main station la brahe aman ke khobor disi gole aman ahai gena aro takhan brahe kiba kuri gena takhan bra khobor dile aman inga polai kili mane especially public kan bra itu aman tu noton huwa bra na jane na number do itu bra especially public kan bra itu area laga number bi jani lole bisi phal mokhan laga number tu inka ase ki 8419 or 841590 962 Dimapur Fire Station West itu ase amakan laga station laga number itu bra yate call kuri se gole amakan to already amakan ase amakan ini amakan ke itu laga number call kuri se gole amakan ini automatically aigena ki motab kurba ase motab kuri dibo inaga ase sir.
To strengthen overall military preparedness to deal with any Chinese misadventure, India has significantly cranked up its day and night surveillance at the line of actual control in the Arunachal Pradesh sector on Sunday. As tension boiled over between the two countries following the Galwan Valley clashes last year, India ramped up with its overall deployment among the nearly 3,400 kilometers long LAC, besides speeding up infrastructure development to gain a tactical advantage. According to sources, drones and weapon system integrated variant of the advanced light helicopter Rudra are carrying out round-the-clock surveillance over the LAC in the mountainous terrain and sending crucial data and images to command and control centers. External Affairs Minister S. Shankar on Sunday interacted with the Indian Jewish community in Israel, where he hailed the huge impact it has made in Israel. Shankar said that the community has been in many ways an umbilical cord that has nourished the ties between India and Israel. The foreign minister said that the Indian Jewish community carried some flavors of India with it to Israel, which they have retained or assimilated in some form. Talking about the festivals, Shankar said that Onam, Holi and Diwali are celebrated in Israel along with Purim and Hanukkah. Shankar also highlighted the community's contributions in enriching India's literature and arts with the likes of NISSIM Nissim Ezekiel, who was honored with the Sahitya Academy Award. The Taliban-led government in Afghanistan has rejected Russian President Vladimir Putin's claim that Islamic State terror group was present in the north of the country, saying it was baseless. Addressing a virtual summit of the Commonwealth independent states on Friday, Putin said that Russian data has revealed that 2,000 fighters are in the north of Afghanistan. Responding to Putin's claim, the Taliban's Ministry of Information and Culture said on Saturday, concerns expressed in this regard are to some extent baseless, as Moscow is slated to host 2 meetings on Afghanistan this week. The first meeting on Tuesday will be attended by officials from the US, Russia and China and Pakistan, while the second on Wednesday will see the participation of representatives from a number of countries. The Taliban Foreign Ministry has said a delegation will attend the first meeting. Two laborers from Bihar were gunned down by terrorists on Sunday, taking the number of civilians killed in targeted attacks in Jammu and Kashmir this month to 11. Terrorists opened fire at the laborers at Vanpo in Kulgam district on Sunday. Another laborer was injured in the incident of the 11 people killed in the spate of attacks on civilians. 5 were from other states. This indicates that the terrorists want to drive people from other states out of Kashmir. An official said that the killings have sparked fear in the valley, prompting an exodus of the Kashmiri Pandit families living in transit camps. Dozens of families, including those of government employees who returned to the valley after getting jobs under the Prime Minister's special scheme for Kashmiri migrants, have left. In the wake of attacks, police have launched a massive crackdown and detained about 900 people across the Union territory for alleged links with separatists.
हाँ बिल्कुल यहाँ पे ये इधर से कॉर्डन लगा अंदर और ओ ये ना यमन तुलियो गोडने यो ओ ये ना पत वनी खस पे ना
A road accident on Badrinath Highway in Chamoli killed 3 pilgrims and injured 3 others on Sunday evening. All the people on board the vehicle belonged to Noida in Uttar Pradesh and were returning from Badrinath when it crashed into a gorge near Badrinath Highway. According to the sources, 2 people were found dead at the accident site while 1 died in the district hospital during treatment. The other 3 pilgrims were taken to the hospital with the assistance of police and locals and still are undergoing treatment there. Airlines can operate domestic flights without any capacity restriction beginning Monday onwards, the Ministry of Civil Aviation had announced last week. The ministry stated in its order that it has been decided to restore the scheduled domestic air operations with immediate effect from October 18, 2021 without any capacity restriction. The order noted that the decision was taken in response to an increase in passengers' desire for air travel. Apart from strictly following COVID-19 protocols, a few other restrictions like minimum and maximum fare caps will continue to be applicable on domestic flights. Notably, there will be no serving or selling of meals in less than 2 hours of the journey. Earlier, due to the COVID-19 restrictions, the carriers had been running at 85% capacity since September 18. The India Meteorological Department said that a western disturbance and formation of 2 lower pressure systems, one over Arabian Sea and the other over the Bay of Bengal, will continue to cause rainfall in different parts of the country till October 21. These interactions and heavy wind have primarily led to torrential rainfall in Kerala in the past 48 hours, fairly widespread to widespread, light to moderate rainfall with very heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places is very likely over different parts of northwest India, including Delhi NCR till Tuesday. It is expected that these systems, mainly easterlies may trigger onset of the northeast winter monsoon over the South Peninsula around October 26, while a fresh spell of easterly wave is likely to affect South Peninsular India from October 20 and cause fairly widespread rainfall with isolated heavy falls likely over Kerala and Mahe, South Interior Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry and Karaikal for subsequent 3 to 4 days. Heavy rainfall activity is expected over the last and northeast India during October 18 to 21. Former cricketer Yuvraj Singh was briefly arrested and then released on bail in Haryana on Saturday, according to sources as part of an investigation into a complaint that he had used a casteist slur in an Instagram live video against cricketer Yuzvendra Chahal. The 39-year-old had earlier apologized for the unintentional remarks and misunderstood after his June 2020 Instagram live video with ex-teammate Rohit Sharma that had his comments on leg spinner Chahal was widely shared on social media, triggering outrage. Jammu and Kashmir police detained 3 locals, including a 45-year-old woman and her son at Bhatta Durian on Sunday, as the security forces operation against militants in the dense forest between Mendhar Dehra Ki Gali, Thanda Mandi and Bhimbar Gali in the border districts of Poonch and Rajouri entered the 7th day. The 3 individuals detained for questioning are suspected to have provided logistics support to the militants who are thought to have come from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir 2.5 months ago. The woman has been identified as Zarina Akhtar and her son as Shafait, age 19. As per sources, a tight security cordon has been thrown around the entire forest area from Mandhar to Thanda Mandi. Combing operations have been launched from several sites and traffic has been suspended on the Rajouri Thanda Mandi, DKG, Baflias Road and Rajouri Bhimbar Gali, Surankote Punch Road. State Emergency Services reported that despite regulations in place for safety of citizens and to curb the spread of the virus, Assam reported 541 accidents. The majority of the accidents, 137, reported on the day of Navami celebrations. Kamrup Rural reported 49 accidents, followed by 48 in Golaghat district. Both Sonitpur and Tinsukia district recorded 32 accidents each, and Kamrup Metro reported 8 accidents in the last 5 days of Durga Puja celebrations. According to Dhurjyoti Prasad, a 108 emergency response service spokesperson, said that last year there were no Durga Puja celebrations, so there were no major accidents as such. In normal days, we cater to about 70 to 80 accidents per day, but these days it has gone up to 100 on some days. Therefore, the following data of accidents that emergency services catered to between October 11 and 15. The United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization Atlas of the World's Language in Danger shows 2,464 endangered languages, and Tenidai is also in the list. Tenidai, being the mother language to most Tenimia tribes, have different dialects within the same language with little to no similarity to Tenidai. Editor and publisher of Kapi, the oldest existing vernacular daily in Nagaland, Malay Zoli Kire, said the number of Tenidai speakers is increasing, but there is a threat geographically as the number of speakers are actually decreasing. Tenidai is the only language taught academically at the PhD level, and the lack of Naga language writings in humanities, philosophy, science and technology as said to endangering the languages. Nagamis is killing our language, said Vizoni Lizitsu, RTD Agriculture Joint Director, during a seminar with the Tenidai Kifere Noko Krotho, and urged citizens of the state to learn Hindi, the national language, instead of Nagamis. rise in fuel rates has once again led to vegetable price hike in Delhi NCR. Vendors in the vegetable market says that the customers are now buying less due to increase in prices. The customers visiting the market also accepted that they are buying less and they are aware of the fact that vegetable vendors are not at fault here for the increase in prices. A customer buying vegetables in the market said that there is a huge difference in the price of the vegetables, but also there is no fault of the shopkeeper in the price hike because the incessant rain has disrupted the production supply chain, plus the increased price of petrol and diesel also plays a role in the surge.
कि जहाँ पे लाइक अनियंस हमें मिलते थे 30 रुपीज़ केजी, अब वो हमें मिल रहे हैं 70 रुपीज़ 60 रुपीज़ केजी। तो ये आप खुद ही लगा सकते हैं कि डबल हमारा बिल्कुल फर्क आ गया है हमारे किचन में।
शॉपकीपर्स होते हैं उनको समझाना कितना मुश्किल है, क्योंकि आप तो एक बजट बना के घर से निकलते हैं और इधर आके आपको वजह टाइम मिल जाता है, उनसे कितना बार्गेनिंग करना पड़ता है और कितना उनको समझाना? बार्गेनिंग तो हमें करना ही पड़ता है, बट इसमें हमारे शॉपकीपर्स का भी नहीं है। पीछे से जो इनके पास सप्लाई आ रही है, डीजल के रेट्स बढ़ रहे हैं, पेट्रोल के बढ़ रहे हैं, उनकी वजह से हम इनको ब्लेम नहीं करते हैं। ये जो गाजीपुर मंडी में शॉपकीपर है, हम इन्हें नहीं करेंगे, ये पीछे से ही होता आ रहा है। अब ये तो सरकार के ऊपर है कि वो आए दिन पेट्रोल डीजल के रेट्स बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, आए दिन बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। उनके लिए 1 रुपये बढ़ाना 2 रुपये बढ़ाना कोई जात।
That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.